Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a disassembly here on the Vero Synapse XL. And this knife here is one I just picked up off the secondary for my buddy Alex. And I got this for a good deal. I got it for basically, I think, retail price $400 I paid for this. This is the version with black micarta and raw hardware on the pivot. The Synapse XL has a drop point blade. I think it's about 4 inches. It's a big boy. Has the V spot back here so you can spidey flick if you're right-handed. See if I can get you a better look here at the handle. It's this black micarta, which is absolutely stunning. They do some very, very good micarta. My Axon has the same configuration. So black micarta, raw hardware. And their micarta just feels really good. I really like Giant Mouse's micarta. This is even better than that, to be honest. And it is a bolster lock, so for lefties, it's a little bit better because you only have this area to worry about putting pressure on. See if I can demonstrate that for you. The action on this one is absolutely stunning. Stunning action. It's really good, is what I'm trying to say. So as long as you don't put your finger right here, because I can't flip it now, but if I put it down here, boom. If I put it up here, boom. So really good on that. It does have this jimping up at the top here on the blade, and it's going to be really hard on the desktop here, but come on, baby. Ugh. There. You can front flip it rather easily if you're not on camera like that. Now I get it when Slicey or Shabazz or somebody has trouble with stuff like that. I always laugh at them, but that's why, because the camera's right there. You're sitting down. It's a weird angle. This is an M390 blade with a belt satin, which again is the same configuration I have on my Axon here. So belt satin, black micarta, just really good combination. I'm glad I kind of got to match these up. You know, with Vero, you don't get to pick, but especially if you're doing secondary, you know, you kind of just get what you can get in most cases with them. But I got these two, and then I have a mini Impulse that is in all raw titanium. That one doesn't have any kind of inlay, overlay type thing. It's just titanium. And then I have an Impulse on the way, which is raw titanium, and then it actually has blue pivot hardware, which, you know, maybe I'll try to strip the ano and make it raw so I have all like black or plain tie with raw hardware. That'd be kind of cool. And then I lastly have this fulcrum here, which is in plain tie. So really cool that my kind of family of Veros are all kind of the same looking, which I just think is, I don't know. I just think it kind of worked out for me there. So let me put away this Axon here. I've been finding these hanks here from Shadowborn Hanks. It has this microfiber side, which is just amazing for cleaning off blades like this. I used to use just the regular Hanks I had from other companies. Even Shadowborn has his own with just cotton, and they don't quite get the fingerprints off the way this microfiber does. So if you ever see a Hank with microfiber, I think it's a good one to get, because I'm not carrying this to blow my nose. I'm carrying this to clean my phone, clean my knife, that kind of stuff. I also recently got one from Renegade EDC. So let me zoom out. I just want to show this off. This was a collab with MB Journal on Instagram. Really cool dude. Keep on keeping on. It's got this samurai helmet with this skull. The dragons. It's just a really cool design. You can see down here, Renegade EDC. Check out his website And then you have this really, really nice plush carbon fiber on this side. And you even get the logo over here. So really cool. I think I have some other ones coming from Hank's That Rock. It's a newer Hank company. Really, really cool people over there. So I'm going to be getting some of theirs. I actually do have one right here. This Stormtrooper one. But this is cotton and cotton. So I find it's not as good with the cleaning of knives and such. What else do I have? Just real quick. I have this other one from Shadowborn with the microfiber. This is another cool Star Wars-y one. This is a more medium size. The first one I showed you is like really small, but more pocketable for me. And then I got this one from EMP EDC. It was a collab with Little Hanks. I believe they're out of the UK. And this is a really cool looking one, which is why I bought it. I mean, look at that topographic. But it isn't microfiber and it's kind of thick. I don't know. That one's not my favorite. So anyway, back to the knife. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to take this guy apart just to show you. We'll clean it up, see what's in there. We'll try not to mar up anything. I've been on a bit of a streak there, guys. You can see I still have the giant-ass bits in there from when I did the Evo. I was fiddling with the two. I have two of them right now because Doug, my good buddy, Sharp_Marbles, just traded for mine here. This is the one I marred up. Surprisingly, he was still good with that. It's not that bad. And this plain tie one, I gotta say, I really, really love it. And the sounds it makes are better. But I just love this carbon fiber. I love the lightweight aspect because I can carry this in almost any type of pants. But I got distracted again, guys. I'm like my 8-month-old, you know? Freaking put a random object in front of me and I'm just gonna like go off on a tangent. T8. It should be all we need actually, is one T8. Let's see if I'm right. Put everything else away. Well, might as well load up the other driver with a T6 so I have it when I need it. Luckily, Joseph Vero Engineering, you can hear it in the name, is really smart, and he uses a keyed pivot. Very well done, in my opinion. His pivots specifically. Sorry, I'm trying to get the lighting in there. So, yeah, T8 for everything. This is my Scout Leather Co. Zerk driver right here. I love this thing. Let me just make sure I'm in the pivot. And nice and easy. She's coming right out. I haven't had any problems with this pivot walking, so I'm kind of excited to see if that holds true. I don't see any other screws, so let's see what happens when I take this guy out. He usually has this one that goes all the way through, which is interesting engineering. I really like it, actually. Yeah, you see that? And then, all right, so that's not letting us come apart now, is it? So we got to get under this scale here, I guess. Another T8. This one's a bit tighter, but we're good, we're good. Sorry, I'm a little gun shy, guys, from that last one. I just feel so stupid about it. Pivot is coming out, so hang on. Trying not to go crazy here, you know. All right, so I have the pivot out. That's interesting. Try to zoom out for you. Okay, blade's out, bearings are out, but we're still together here. So does this overlay pop off? What the hell is going on? All right, let me just take this screw out so we're completely apart. That's just going into the scale there. So obviously the clip is holding this guy on. Okay, that's it. Got it. So because of that overlay, that's for the clip. Interesting. but I have to take that off, right? All right, whatever. Full disassembly, guys. This screw right here should be the key to everything. Everything's just falling out around here. Yep, that was it. Okay. So this one, guys, is a bit more complicated. This is going to be fun to put back together. We have these two inserts or overlays, inlays, whatever you want to call them. We have these two scales or liners, sorry. It's very clean in there. It's almost like he was running it dry, which I don't normally do, but the way that action was, I mean, it was really, really good. So I might just let it go. Might not put as much KPL as I usually do in there. Let me just kind of push everything over so we can get it all in frame here. It's kind of cool, right? See everything nice and together. Hope I don't put a screw in the wrong place. Can we stand this guy up? Look at that. Look at that. Got your two bearings and your blade. These are skiff bearings, by the way. So here's the inside of the scale. Really, really cool. Best Tech OEM on this guy. Here's your backspacer, which is mounted by this guy here now. That's what's holding it on anyway. I'm not going to mess with that. Yeah, I recently saw that poster that's going around from Ben Banter's Vero and was it Screaming Pirate or something like that? Something Pirate. Pretty cool, like disassembled mini impulse. So this is kind of what you're looking at, except they kind of had it done a little better. But here's the clip. This clip has been fantastic so far. Usually I've had issues with the Vero clips, but not with that one. So take a look at the blade, make sure everything's good. Very, very simple yet detailed designing on his. No stop pin because it's built in. I mean, no loose stop pin, I guess. I like that. It's all part of the blade. It's probably a little harder to do, right? That is part of, yeah. You can see it's pretty dry. So that's interesting that the action was so good. I wonder if maybe I used too much KPL. Things can be better with less KPL, says no one ever, especially not me. All right, we're 12 minutes in. I've gotten it apart, and I'm just going to put it back together. There's really nothing to clean. I mean, this guy had this completely cleaned out for me. He put the skiffs in. These are going to be your 5mm pivot, and I believe 1/16 is the width or the bearing size. So 5mm, 1/16. These are the most prevalent that I've seen so far. I have like 6 pairs of these. I might even have more coming. I got some other ones from another company I'm going to try at some point. So very, very good bearings. Just get the KPL. You know me, guys. I got to do it. But I'm going to go light, okay? I'm going to go very light this time. He says after he drops an ounce on. I'll clean up after myself a little bit too, huh? How about that? So how do we start here? You know, this is going to be fun. So that does not go there. I guess what I want to do is do the pivot side first, right? This would be the show side. So I could probably get, nope. All right, so these inlays are going on last. Common sense, right? Other than the clip needs to go over top. So what's the best way to do this? Best way to do is to lay down the pivot. So you see that key? See that notch in there? And then there's a notch right there. And that has to seat in there. It's interesting because on my mini impulse, it's the other way. The notch is on this side. It's kind of weird that he changed it. Maybe he does it depending on the knife, or he found it's better to do that side, or what. I don't know. Just kind of getting everything cleaned a little bit more. Figure since I took it apart, I might as well. I don't know. I just love how clean his designs are, yet they're intricate. Like, it's just a weird thing. Now, if I could get this in and actually keep it in, that would be the best case scenario. That's in, right? That's all the way in. I think so. You do not want to have that problem where you don't have the pivot in all the way. Okay, KPL. So literally nothing, Kev. I didn't even squeeze it. Okay, that's it. Being smart here, guys. Okay, then you put the blade on, Kev. That would be the next step. I'm going to zoom out. Next would be, you can see the bearings are wearing a track around the blade. That's how your action improves over time. It wears in there. Again, guys, I'm not even squeezing. It's literally just pouring out like that. That's not me, I swear. Get in there, pivot. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, pivot. All right. So now, get this guy. Zoom back in. Touch. Man, it's just like oozing out of there, huh? Trying to be careful here, guys. You know, first time ever. Guys are all like, he's actually like doing things differently? What? He always says he's going to do something. He never does it. Look at that, just a little bit. This right here is your detent ball ramp. So when this right here, which is the detent ball, when the blade swings, it helps that ball right there kind of jump onto the blade and off the blade easily. So that's how, when you like depress the lock, how it can kind of just close and guillotine shut right away, instead of sometimes you'll see a knife get stuck, like hanging there, and then it has to break that detent where the ball pops onto the blade or off the blade. I forget which one. That's kind of what helps that. And a lot of higher end knives have that. Surprisingly, the CKFs don't, which is weird, even though they're the most expensive. So we have KPL on everything. I've been told, was it by Nick Shabazz? I see he puts KPL like on the actual pivot. So I'm going to try that. And again, I did not squeeze that thing one freaking time. It's just is oozing out KPL. So we want to pop this on, which we did. So that is on there now. Then we want to get this back spacer into place. Nice. Just clicked on in for us. And then I think what I want to start with is the pivot screw. So I'm just going to drop her in there. Be very careful. And I'm just going to, you know, give it a little bit of a turn. I'm not going to get it tight or anything. Then I'm going to flip this bad boy over, and I'm going to try to put one of these in just to get things set up. So this is where I could get in trouble. See how these screws are different? That one's longer. So what I'm thinking is these two, which are the same, they hold the, I'm guessing they hold these on. And this one that's a tad longer. Is it even a tad longer? No, they're all the same. So I'm good. And one of these, you see this? One's for the clip, and one goes through the back. So I don't need to worry about those yet. Unless I'm wrong, which, how could I be wrong? See? See how this is just spinning? So that's weird. Is it this one? Or am I missing a screw completely? We'll find out, guys. Don't you worry. See how it's just popping in there like that? Obviously, this is too long, but technically, we have the scales to put on after. Okay. Let's do something else. What do we want to do? No, something needs to go in there first. And then I need the one that goes into the clip. So, something needs to lock into that piece. So this one here, I just want to point this out. This one goes here. This one goes here, I think. Pretty sure. Clip and body. And then one of these goes in there, and I don't understand why it's not going in. Just spinning and spinning. Here's a way to tell. Take this one out. See what it looks like. Yeah, it's the same. Interesting. Okay. So it's kind of a two-part situation here. I got this. Don't you worry. See how it doesn't want to go in now? That's because the other one is all the way in. So I hate when this kind of shit happens. Back off on this one, and then this one will start tightening. Come on, baby. What is going on here? That is so weird. You saw me flip it, right? Okay, let me shut the knife. Ugh, here we go, guys. Off to the races, right? So that did not want to tighten on that side. Now I take it out of here. This is gonna suck, isn't it? And I flip it over to this side. And now it goes in. No problem. Then I go to this side. And it won't go in. Push a little? No. Squeeze a little. I'm baffled right now. Don't know why it would matter, but I think what I'm going to do, which side is the one that I can put on? The one with the clip, right? I need to have the one with the clip on. So, that side is the one I'm going to leave in. Bear with me here, guys. I have an idea. All right, so that's tight. So now I can go ahead and put this one on. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. I take one of these suckers, drop it in. Here we go, guys. It's always a fucking adventure with me, isn't it? I can't do anything just like easy. Never. But I will say, this is the most intricate Vero I've had. I've taken the other ones apart, no problem, multiple times. But naturally, because of these scales or inlay or whatever, you're going to have that. So I'm just trying to be gentle here because it's kind of resisting me a little bit. And I for sure don't want to be messing with that. So let's do this. Yeah, it really is fighting me, so let's just try a different one. Boopity boppity boop boop boop. Oh, what? That was weird. Okay. I think I just figured out my problem, guys. Maybe. Don't over tighten. Okay. Is this guy gonna fit? This guy seems to be fatter or something. Hold on. All right. So I think we had one screw that was fatter. I think that's what happened there. These for the scales are a little bit thinner than these. I'm not even going to take it out. I'm just going to believe that I'm right. So let's just put the clip on and see if that works. So you see these two screw holes? So there's actually two that go into the clip. Interesting. I didn't even notice that. I thought it was one screw. So you have big guy, little guy. I'm guessing big guy up top. Because it goes, well, we'll see. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, big guy goes up top, but that's because little guy is under the scale. Got it. Got it. should I take the blade off for this? I'm just going to be safe here. So far, it's just going in. No kind of issues at all. Nice and tight. Okay, shut this. I might turn the pivot a little just to get it off the scale there. Okay. Now, see, we got everything down here in there. Tight. Tight. Put this guy on. Now, slip, well, let's do this guy first. This guy's a little thinner, so it goes right through the scale. And into the body. Don't over tighten, Kev. Okay. I have a big tendency, guys, to over tighten on everything when I'm doing these. It's a big problem. But luckily, I've been dealing with a lot of higher end knives, and they're made very well. Tolerances are good. You don't really have the issues that you can have with cheaper knives where if you over tighten just a little bit, it freaking strips the shit out of a screw, you know? All right, hold on, let me pay attention. All right, we're tightening. And we are tight. Okay, so we have everything back together. Action. Let me tighten this guy up. Tighten that guy. Oh, look at that huge scratch. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that. Not yet, anyway. So let's see. Don't want to be hitting anything. A little bit of play. Well, oh, man, that is just dirty. No play. It glides home, but it's not quite as good as it was. Let me just... No play. I mean, it's silky smooth. Ooh, is that better? Yeah, that's going to break into the drop again. I kind of like how it kind of rolls down. Let's zoom out. See how when I tilt it, kind of glides a little? I'm literally trying to turn it like the tiniest bit. See that, guys? I could have said the word and I didn't. Oh, we're getting there. No play. Oh. Ooh-wee. Yeah, we're there, boys. Look at that. I could get it to drop even more, but I don't know. I kind of like that it takes its time. Doesn't want to chop my finger off. You know? Alright, I don't think I've actually turned it at all. See that? It just kind of jumps, and that's what I don't want. There we are. Sorry, guys. I'm just really messing with this pivot. Yep, we're good. All right, and we are dead centered. Sorry about the light there. I don't know what's going on. Dead center. So, Vero Engineering Synapse XL. I apologize for the long video here, guys. This was a long disassembly, just getting all the parts and pieces in the right place, understanding it, being very careful not to jack anything up was very important to me this time. So I apologize. It was a little more technical and less, you know, joking around. One thing I wanted to point out about this knife that has interested me a little bit is right here. You see how it's dead center? Like, there's no issue with centering. But you see how it looks like it's off center on this side of the blade? Like, this side is much closer to that scale than it is on this side. I'd love to know if anybody has an explanation for that, Could it be that the blade grind on this specific one is off? Or could it be that's just how the design is with this bolster lock? That's just how it works. Or could it be that I'm absolutely crazy? Like, you can see it's not touching. And when you look at the back here, it is dead in the center. So I think this is how it's supposed to be. But it just seems a little bit weird to me that it is like that. Now, you guys know I'm OCD and everything, so it is not a big deal to me at all. It doesn't bother me one bit, but I just wanted to point it out. You'll also see it says Vero right on the spine there. Very, very well done. That is the only marking other than the V and the Vero written in the V on the clip there. I just absolutely love the sleek look of his knives. I could literally sit here and talk about this knife with you guys all night, and I really want to. I just want to keep blathering on, but I'm guessing I should probably wrap this up. Let me just clean this blade off here. What I'd like to know from you guys, if you made it this far into the video, first, leave a comment. Let me know you made it this far, because if you guys are watching these 40-minute fucking disassemblies I've been doing, I love you so much. I love doing them. I just love taking things apart, putting them together, cleaning them out, tuning them the way I want, even though I can get really frustrated sometimes. And it's probably not the best thing for my mental health. I just love doing it. So, I just, do you guys want me to keep doing these? I've been doing them a lot. It's kind of been my new first impressions type video. When I can, like if I get a knife like this, or like this, or like this from, like I did from Chris, I'm not going to take apart his knives. He probably doesn't want me to. So there is, if it's my knife, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see the disassembly video. If it's not my knife, you're probably not going to see it unless it's something like those CKFs that had issues and they asked me to take it apart and take a look, which after seeing the Evo video, nobody's ever going to ask me that again. But, yeah, so, I just want to know what you guys think. Do you want me to do more of the tabletop? Like, I like doing the face cam thing. That's just my preferred method, but if you guys like the disassemblies, at least that adds in that aspect for one video for each knife. And I think that's kind of a good way to even it out. And I figured since you guys made it this far, let's talk about what's coming, right? What's coming up on the channel. Obviously, I've been doing the live shows with Kyle. We just did one last night. It was an absolute blast. We learned a lot. We're going to get better at it. Kyle got absolutely smashed. It was hilarious. I was pretty toasted, but I mean, I wasn't like belligerent, like didn't even know where I was. He wasn't belligerent. He was just drunk. But yeah, so we're going to be doing those more instead of having 8 people on at once, because I know that was stupid. But I wanted to test the feature, and then I felt bad telling people to leave. And so, sorry, I'm just spinning these for fun. In the future, what we'll do is we'll have people on for like 10, 15 minutes, however long it takes. We'll chat with them, get to know them a little more, see their knives, what they have going on with their channel. Like, I really enjoyed having on Grady, Chris from Grady's Gear. Great dude, really cool guy. We've become buddies recently on Instagram, and we're sending each other stuff, and he's just cool. Alex from 814 EDC, same exact thing. Really cool guy. He's a college kid getting started in the YouTube knife world, and just cool to have those guys on. Knife dude, I did not know he was 14. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to talk to him on a live stream, but I don't know. He's cool, so. But anyway, so we have the live stream, and then I have some knives coming. I have a special knife coming from TRM, guys. All my lefties out there, I think you might like this one. I'm really, really just appreciative of TRM for allowing me to check this one out that's coming. Hopefully we'll have that soon. I have a Pena X Series front flipper sway back coming. I ordered today. I'm not a big sway back fan, but they made a large. So instead of having these tiny little front flippers, they upped it to like 3¼ inches. And I'm guessing he's going to do runs of all the designs in that size maybe. So I figured why not snag it? And if I don't like it, which I really don't like sway backs, but if I don't like it, it's a good trade piece for something else, like maybe another Vero or something like that, you know. Plus, you guys get to check it out on the channel. Yeah, so I have those coming. I have a Skaha 2 that I was able to get on the books. Somebody gave up their spot, and I was able to take that, and I ordered that. So that'll be coming at some point soon. I have the Kunwu Tau coming. That's a Kickstarter that's currently going. If you guys want to check that out, you really should over on Kickstarter. Kunwu, Kunwu, Tau, TAW, I believe. Really cool multi-deployment method knife with titanium, M390. Very high quality build, and it's like $130 on the Kickstarter. Go get one. Yeah, and then I have more Hanks coming. I have pen coming in. I've been kind of getting into the pens. This side click from Tactile Turn has been really cool. But I have a Refine EP1 pen coming in. They're sending me one to check out, and I'm really, really stoked to try a bolt action that maybe is a little bit lighter. That's kind of their claim for it, so I'm really stoked for that. I think that's about it. We'll see what else comes in. I have loaners coming, so I'll be able to check those out. And yeah, so that's really it right now. What's going on with the channel? Just cranking out the videos, hanging out with you guys, disassembling knives, scratching shit, and rambling and ranting. So I love you guys so much. Appreciate you allowing me to rant and rave as usual. And I will catch you later.